The story opens in chaos. Jackson Whitmore lies motionless on the cold ground, his veins dark, his body rejecting Derek Hale's bite. The power that should have made him a werewolf is killing him instead. In the shadows, Scott McCall and Allison Argent's forbidden love flickers, two hearts bound by danger, hunted by her family's legacy. Derek Hale, now an alpha, begins building his own pack. Isaac Leahy, desperate to escape his abusive father, takes the bite. Erica Reyes, once fragile and overlooked, transforms into someone fearless. Boyd joins too, drawn by belonging. With every new member, Derek grows stronger. But so does the darkness surrounding Beacon Hills. At school, the cracks begin to show. Jackson grows restless, angry. Something inside him is changing in ways no one understands. Lydia Martin, bitten by Peter Hale, starts to see things that shouldn't exist. Visions of Peter whispering from the grave, begging her to bring him back. She wakes up in strange places, covered in dirt and blood. Her friends think she's losing her mind. She isn't. Something is trying to use her. And far away, Allison's grandfather, Gerard Argent, arrives in town. Cold, ruthless, and obsessed with wiping out werewolves, he manipulates Allison's grief after her mother's death, turning her love into a weapon. Victoria Argent, Allison's mother, chooses death over transformation when she's bitten, and that loss twists Allison into someone hardened. Now she's fighting beside her grandfather, not realizing how deep his hatred runs. Meanwhile, Scott struggles to hold his world together. His mother suspects something. His best friend Stiles hides fear behind sarcasm. And somewhere in the darkness, something new starts killing again. Victims are paralyzed, left to die with terror in their eyes. Derek senses it. It's not a wolf. It's not human. It's something else. Then the truth hits. The monster haunting Beacon Hills is Jackson himself. But he's no werewolf. He's the Kanima, a reptilian creature controlled by a human master. Its mission, vengeance. The Kanima doesn't act alone. It kills for someone. Slowly, painfully, the team uncovers the truth. Its master is Matt Daler, a quiet classmate haunted by the night he nearly drowned while others watched. His rage festers until it consumes him, and now he uses Jackson as the weapon to punish everyone who wronged him. Matt's control grows, and the killings escalate. Scott and Stiles try to reason with him, but he's too far gone. Hunters close in, Derek's pack is torn apart by mistrust, and Lydia keeps spiraling, haunted by Peter's ghost. The web of betrayal tightens until no one knows who to trust. Then Gerard makes his move. He murders Matt and takes control of Jackson for himself, using the Kanima to wage war against Derek's pack. But Gerard isn't fighting for justice. He's dying, his body ravaged by cancer. He wants the bite for himself, to live forever as a werewolf. He forces Derek's hand, demanding transformation. But greed poisons everything. When Gerard takes the bite, his body rejects it violently, black fluid spilling from his veins, his corruption eating him alive. In the chaos, Jackson is freed from control, but at a terrible cost. His body collapses. He dies in Lydia's arms. She refuses to believe it's over. Through tears, she whispers to him, soft, desperate words of love and forgiveness. Her voice reaches him where nothing else could. Jackson's eyes flash gold. He awakens, no longer the Kanima, but a true werewolf reborn. Beacon Hills breathes again, but the scars remain. Peter Hale returns from death, reborn through Lydia's mind. Derek's pack fractures under pressure. Isaac searches for belonging. Erica and Boyd begin to question their alpha's choices. Allison tries to find herself again, torn between vengeance and love. And Scott, finally, starts to understand what it means to lead. He's not just surviving anymore. He's evolving into something greater. The full moon rises over the lacrosse field where it all began. Scott stands beside Stiles, quiet, reflective. So much has changed. The boy who once feared the bite now controls it. The monster he once ran from is now part of him. Stiles cracks a joke, lightening the moment, but beneath it lies a truth they both feel. Peace never lasts long in Beacon Hills. The hunters have retreated. The Kanima is gone. But something darker is coming. The supernatural world has noticed the chaos here, and new creatures are on their way. This victory is only a pause before the next storm. Scott looks up at the moon one last time. The wind whispers through the trees, carrying echoes of battles yet to come. He's no longer afraid. Because now he knows, the fight isn't about being bitten, it's about what you do with the darkness that lives inside you. And that's how Teen Wolf Season 2 ends, haunted by loss, reborn in courage, and ready for the next hunt. If you like this recap and want more breakdowns like this, don't forget to subscribe to TV series and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Every subscription helps us keep growing and bringing you the best stories from your favorite shows. Season 3 picks up after the chaos of Season 2, but things in Beacon Hills are far from normal. The night is quieter, but not for long. As the full moon rises again, Scott McCall is learning to balance life as a teenager and as an alpha in the making. His control has grown, his instincts are sharper, and for the first time, he's starting to understand what it means to be a leader. But peace doesn't last long in Beacon Hills. Two new alphas arrive, Callie, graceful but deadly, and Ennis, brutal and relentless. They're part of something larger, an alpha pack led by the most feared werewolf alive, Deucalion, the alpha of alphas. Deucalion believes only the strongest should survive, and he's come to test Scott, Derek Hale, and anyone else standing in his way. Meanwhile, Derek struggles with his own demons. He's lost his pack, his confidence, and now his home is under siege. Still haunted by the death of his family, Derek is forced to face what kind of alpha he truly wants to be. His reunion with his sister Cora, long believed dead, adds emotional weight. For the first time, Derek isn't just fighting monsters, he's fighting for family. Scott, Stiles, and Allison form the emotional center of this storm. Allison Argent, still trying to atone for her family's bloody past, now fights to protect the innocent. Her relationship with Scott is complicated, full of longing and trust issues, but their bond remains strong even as the supernatural world pulls them apart. Then comes the darkness. Strange marks begin appearing on the necks of victims, symbols carved by an unseen force. Stiles begins to suspect something sinister, sacrifices, rituals, and a pattern of deaths that don't make sense. The trio uncovers the truth. A Dirac is on the loose. A dark druid who kills by ritual, sacrificing healers, warriors, and philosophers to gain unimaginable power. The Dirac turns out to be someone they all knew, Jennifer Blake, Derek's lover and Beacon Hills High's new teacher. She hides behind kindness and beauty, but beneath it all is vengeance and blood. Once a druid betrayed by the Alphas, she now seeks retribution. She's manipulating Derek emotionally, using his grief to her advantage. But the Alpha Pack's war doesn't stop there. Deucalion wants Scott McCall. He believes Scott can become a true alpha, one who rises to power through strength of character rather than killing. To Deucalion, that makes Scott both a threat and a prize. His philosophy is simple: kill or be killed. He tempts Scott to give in to his animal side, to abandon compassion. But Scott refuses. Every battle in Season 3 becomes a test of heart versus instinct. Scott isn't just fighting to survive, he's fighting to remain human. Stiles, meanwhile, takes on the role of the thinker, piecing together clues, even when no one else listens. His mind becomes his weapon, but also his curse. He begins noticing how every victory comes with loss. The tension reaches its breaking point when the Dirac kidnaps Stiles' father, Sheriff Stilinski, as her final sacrifice. The pack has no choice but to go to war. Deucalion and Jennifer clash in an epic showdown of ideology and power, light against darkness, strength against deceit. But in a shocking turn, Scott refuses to kill Deucalion, instead helping him see the truth. His mercy, not his claws, becomes his greatest weapon. As Jennifer is defeated and Deucalion's eyes turn human again, peace briefly returns. But this is Teen Wolf, and peace never lasts long. Just when everyone starts to heal, Season 3B arrives, and it's darker, more psychological, and far more terrifying. Scott, Stiles, and Allison think they've saved Beacon Hills, but in the process, they've opened the door to something sinister. When they sacrificed themselves in the ice bath to save their parents, they died for a moment, and something came back with them. Strange shadow-like figures begin haunting them. They see darkness in mirrors, hallucinations that blur reality. And then, they appear, the Oni, demonic warriors in black armor. They aren't enemies, but they bring warning. A Nogitsune has taken root in Beacon Hills. The Nogitsune, a trickster spirit of chaos and pain, finds the perfect host, Stilinski. Slowly, it corrupts him, twisting his mind, turning sarcasm into malice. His friends notice his behavior changing, but it's too late. The Nogitsune has taken over completely, creating Void Stiles, a darker, colder version of their beloved friend. As the possessed Stiles unleashes chaos across the town, the emotional stakes skyrocket. Hospitals turn into war zones, friends become enemies, and trust begins to crumble. Scott refuses to give up on Stiles, even as bodies drop and Beacon Hills descends into madness. The Nogitsune doesn't just want destruction, it feeds on suffering. Every death, every heartbreak strengthens it. The emotional torment on the team is unbearable. Lydia Martin's banshee powers amplify, sensing every death in town. Kira Yukimura, the new girl, reveals herself as a Thunder Kitsune, wielding lightning and Japanese legend-based power. She becomes Scott's new ally and love interest as they fight to save Stiles. Together, they learn the Nogitsune can only be defeated by outsmarting it, not overpowering it. The emotional toll on Stiles' father is heartbreaking, watching his son commit atrocities, knowing it's not really him. The final battle is as psychological as it is physical. Scott, Lydia, and Kira face the Nogitsune in an illusionary mental maze where one wrong move could trap them forever. Scott takes a risk, biting the Nogitsune, separating it from Stiles' body. The move saves his best friend, but the cost is enormous. As the season closes, the scars remain. Allison Argent, brave, loyal, and fierce, makes the ultimate sacrifice, dying in battle while saving her friends. Her death shatters the group, marking one of the most emotional moments in Teen Wolf history. Scott holds her in his arms, promising she will never be forgotten. By the end of Season 3, the tone of Teen Wolf changes forever. The characters we met as teens are now soldiers, hardened, scarred, but still standing. Stiles struggles with guilt and trauma, Scott steps fully into his role as a true alpha, and Lydia continues to evolve as one of the most powerful banshees alive. The themes of this season are darker: identity, morality, and the cost of being a hero. Every character faces their shadow, both literally and emotionally. The introduction of the Oni and the Nogitsune turns Teen Wolf into something beyond a teen drama. It becomes psychological horror mixed with tragedy and myth. And even as the credits roll, one thing is clear: the supernatural may fade, but the darkness inside each character never truly leaves. Season 3 cemented Teen Wolf as more than just a show about werewolves. It became a story about friendship, loss, redemption, and what it means to fight your own monsters, both real and imagined. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Teen Wolf Season 3, make sure to like this video and share it with other fans who miss Beacon Hills as much as we do. And if you're just joining us, please subscribe to TV series and don't forget to hit the notification bell for more deep dive recaps, character stories, and hidden lore from your favorite supernatural shows. Thanks for watching, and remember, in Beacon Hills, the full moon never truly sets.